Hi, my name is Sebastian, and with our team, we're going to be talking about the project for this subject, gerencia de proyectos. And well, I'm going to start, but then one of my team members is going to continue. It could be Brian Sotelo, Santiago Sorpeta, or Juan David Roncancio. So on this one, I'm going to start. First, we're going to talk about the table of contents. And those are going to be the topics that we're going to be talking in this video. We're going to start with project overview, then the explanation of methodological framework, the project charter, a statement of work, and the project scope statement too, and well, stakeholder register, and power interest metrics, and other stakeholder management tools, and the WBS, and the timeline of the project's main activities. And first, we're going to start with the project title. As for this one, this is the name that we have choose. It's a very long name, to be honest, but well, it is the web platform for communication and coordination among caregivers, physicians, and families in the comprehensive healthcare of older adults. And for this one, and well, with the title, we need to complement the key stakeholders. If maybe you don't get that in place, that will be the users that we have chosen is older adults and also the family members. Very important because well, we have to like almost like the evaluation this one, and those are the main stakeholders. In the second place will be doctors and nurses because they are going to be also the ones providing information and well giving us and like clues about how we can implement or do the things. And well, the last but not last are going to be the caregivers. And that's because also are linked to the older adults and those families. So, well, those are going to be our three main stakeholders. And then, well, in order that we can give you a project contents and also the objectives, well, the implementation of a the implementation of a web-based platform for communication and coordination among caregivers, doctors, and families in the comprehensive monitoring of older adults' health is a response to the growing demand of technological solutions that facilitate care management for an ever-expanding population. This one we need to uh, pay special attention in the effective communication about those involved in the management, involved in managing the health for older adults, doctors, caregivers, and family members as become a necessity. Well, that's the context and our objects are going to be so related to that. It's to develop a platform that improves communication and coordination among caregivers, doctors, and families, thereby enhancing the quality of life for dependent older adults in Bogota through the integration of digital technologies and a centralized information system. So having all of that in the same website. Then, well, we need to design the software architecture, including databases and communication models, ensuring the scalability and security that will be two important goals in this project. Also, validate the platform through integration and usability testing, assessing its security to ensure proper functioning. And ensure that's correct. Correct, but well, let's continue. As for this one, also, well, we have the software life cycle more or less words, it's going to be the same, agile with a scrum. That because we have like some experience working on that, also is the one that we have learned. So also in our project that is like just for 4 months will be the best one that we have. So well, agile with a scrum because well also it allow us to respond quickly to the actual needs of caregivers, doctors and families. Project phases, we're going to have different project phases on this one. uh, Main one, project description, the system requirements analysis. That means functional and not functional requirements. We have identified 15 user histories with acceptance criteria and risk mitigation strategies. And we have also problem domain analysis, the identification of entities like the stakeholders, but also like some extra details, users, holder adult, frequent contact, vital signs, the treatment, like medication, like all those things. Use case modeling and the diagrams that we have it show after this, like in a documentation. Also, we have used a high-level system design with a C4 architecture, like showing the contents, containers, and components. And database model design, well, the normalized relational model, the table cardinality to check if that is linked one to other, and technical development planning, select methodology, Scrum, as I mentioned before, and well, general Gantt charts and Gantt charts by sprint. And chart, there are on this one you will notice like different names than the ones that I have mentioned in the first slide. That's because this project doesn't belong like for all the team members on this presentation. It is a project for Brian Sotelo, Duan, and Victor. But we have choose that because it will help us to implement something that they are working on that, and in that way we can try to find also the solution and well help them to develop this and also apply that for our well for this subject. So like all two groups are winning with this. The title, well, web platform for communication and coordination among caregivers, doctors, and families. This charter formally authorized the web platform for older adults project. The purpose of this project is to design, develop, and implement an accessible and user-friendly web platform for older adults. The purpose to improve digital inclusion among older adults through an accessible platform that provides simplified access to digital services, educational resources, and communication tools. And well, the deliverables, the ones that we have to like to show at the end of the project is an accessible UX UI designed for older adults. That's gonna be kinda complicated to be honest because it's older people. So it could be very complicated, but we're going to do our best in order to that, well, to handle with that and to provide the best solution. Also, we have the functional web platform front end and back end, and the secure authentication system, also the user-friendly navigation interface that's going to be very linked to the first deliverable, and integrate communication or support module. Then we have system testing and validation, accessibility compliance verification, the user manual, and training guides.